started. Okay, we're on the CBAI intermediate play and discuss. And I was having a look at board one before we came on, and it's the usual story. You don't have a full value opening bid, but do you open if you're a little bit light? Now, it fulfills all the criteria for an opening bid, doesn't it? The East hand.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got, even though you've only 11 points, all your points are working. Your losers are okay as well. You have no singleton kings or anything like that. I mean, there's no reason not to open. And if you open a spade and your partner bids 1 no trump or 2 clubs, you have an easy rebid, don't we? Yeah. So that's a hand where I wouldn't, even if I was vulnerable, I'd be opening that hand. So the bid, I expect the bidding to go pass 1 spade. Pass from the south. Now, what's the East hand going to bid? The West, sorry. An easy
2 hearts.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Forcing for 1 round, 5 hearts. Pass. Now, what does East rebid? What does East rebid?
2 spades.
Yeah. You can't rebid 3 clubs. Rebidding 3 clubs is doing what?
It's going too high.
It's showing above, it's bidding above the barrier effect.
Reversing, yeah.
It's reversing. It's showing strength, isn't it? Okay. So rebidding 2 spades says I have a minimum hand with 5 or more spades. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yep.
Yeah, it could be 6 spades, but it's not guaranteeing 6 spades. And over that, I would hope or expect, or I think the likely bid is 3 no trump. Okay, would that be reasonable? What happened, everybody? Because they're all very quiet this evening.
I think I screwed up. I bid, instead of 3 no trump, I bid 3 diamonds because I wanted to know.
That's a good bid, by the way. I think 3 diamonds is a good bid because your partner might, and it doesn't promise 4 diamonds, by the way. Minors at the 3 level always are just forcing for 1 round. So what you're saying is, partner, I want more information, because your partner might have had a 6th spade, in which case, what will they do if they have 6 spades? They'll probably rebid their spades, won't they?
Yeah.
Now, what should they do over 3 diamonds?
3 no
trump.
I think that's right. I think that's another reasonable auction. I don't see anything wrong with that. Okay, so was it 3 no trump by East or 3 no trump by West at most of the tables?
It was 4 spades, I think, at most of the tables.
Okay, so but why would we want to be in 4 spades when we don't have a fit in spades?
No, they were played in hearts, not spades. 2 in hearts, 2 in no trump.
Yeah, but hearts is even more disastrous, isn't it? Because hearts has 4-2 break off side, doesn't it? So in 4 hearts, you might not. I don't think you might not make 4 hearts. Did 4 hearts make?
No.
No.
So where do we want to end up on this hand, everybody?
3 no trump.
We don't have a fit in a major. We want to end up in 3 no trump. There's an easy path to 9 tricks in 3 no trump. There isn't such an easy path to 9 tricks or 10 tricks in hearts, is there?
No.
So when you don't have a fit in a major, you can almost be certain that it's right to play. And it says what should happen in 3 no trump. We should make +1 if they lead a diamond, +2 if they lead a club, +1 if they lead a spade or a heart. So where do we want to be in? 4 of a major making, 4 of a major going down, or 3 no trump with the opportunity of making 10 or 11 tricks? In this method of scoring match-pointed pairs with limited tables, it's really crucial that we're in the high-value contract. Does that make sense? Yeah?
Yes.
So did nobody ended up in 3 no trump, did they?
No, I think.
Okay. Well, did anybody end up in 3 no trump?
Yeah, 2 people did. They went down.
Good, 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 good,
I
good.
won the
Okay.
maiden, actually.
One maid, and I'd say the one who made it got a very good score. Did the hand go down? Who was playing in the hand went down? Was it West or East was playing it?
East.
East, okay. And what did they lead?
I can't remember.
You can't remember, or you don't? Because if they
Why-
lead a
club,
if they lead a club, you should make 10 tricks.
5 of clubs.
Yeah, if they lead the 5 of clubs, you should play an honor from the table. And now what I would do is finesse a spade. That's what I would do. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I might even be cheeky and lead a low club to get back to the table. And they might go the king, small. Yeah. And now if they do the wrong thing, get the wrong card or the wrong discard. Club. Now if they do anything but come a spade, what's going to happen? I'm going to make how many tricks? 3-no trump plus
Yeah.
2. It's a lot, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So think about it. If you don't have a fit in a major, oftentimes 3-no trump is the right place to play. And it's just easier to make. Okay, all happy with board 1?
Mhm.
Now, as always, I won't be able to go through, but I just had a good look at that beforehand. So I was thinking about it. And you are catching me at a bad time of year because I'm beginning to play a bit of bridge myself. I don't often play a lot of bridge, but I'm beginning to play a bit of bridge. 3 or 4 games I've been playing live, face to face. I love seeing the whites of their eyes. Now, it's true. Here's another one. Again, it's only 10 working points with the East hand, isn't it?
Yes.
But even still, I mean, I'm a bidder rather than a passer. If we count the number of losers, we have too many losers, okay? So if we don't want to open that hand, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, we've 7 losers. We've a rebid, 2 hearts, and we've 10 points. Now, what does it not fulfill? It doesn't fulfill the rule of 20. So that's 1. But this would be 1 where if you feel like opening it, you're more than welcome to do that, yeah? It's just a question of style or when you want to do it. So did many people open it or not?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, I think most people will, particularly with the quality of the
Hearts.
heart. So
I opened.
yeah, good. 1 heart. Well, I'm glad we're in agreement. 1 heart, pass. Now, this is always an interesting one. Do we support the hearts or do we bid spades?
Spades first.
With spades.
Well, there's 2 schools of thought. Now, I mean, it's tricky. Some people will always agree to support the major, but in fact, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter because you've got 5 spades and 4 hearts, so it's much of a muchness, isn't it? Really. So where did we all end up in? Some number of
4 hearts.
So even though we ended up in a bit of spade, maybe did they support us and then go back to hearts? Is that what happened?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, now that's interesting because if that happens, we've given the defense a little bit of an edge. If the bidding goes something like this, and I'm not saying that they didn't bid, maybe they did bid, but if they bid 2 spades, pass, and then we end up in 4 hearts, what might this person now lead?
The Queen of Spades.
Because now they've shown that they have a
Yeah.
Yeah, they're 4-4. Yeah.
Does that make sense? And now it might make it easier for them to get
A rough.
a rough. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
But I think it doesn't matter because you lose the ace of spades, a rough, and the ace of diamonds. So you're going to make 4 hearts anyway. But by not supporting the spades, they might not have led a spade. They might be afraid to lead a spade if you don't bid and raise them. It makes it a little bit easier, possibly, for them to lead a spade in this situation. Now, it's interesting to note, what's a better contract than 4 hearts?
4 spades.
Because
spades is a better
they can't actually get a rough in spades. But in spades, can they get a rough, by the way?
Yeah.
In what contract, what trick can they get a rough in spades?
The heart.
Yeah, we've spoken about this before. Leading a singleton, often a good time to lead a singleton is when you've got control of
The trump.
the trump. So they win the lead, and they think, oh, silly person leading their queen. Oh, that's it. Now I know my finesse is working. But now, as soon as you lose the lead with the spade, well, if they find the right card to play, a diamond, they're going to get their ruff, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So there's a ruff coming on either side of the table if the defense is alert to the situation. All happy?
Yeah.
Sorry, there's a bit of background noise coming in there from a few people. I have to mute you. Sorry. Okay. Number 3. So number 3, it's looking like it's going to go pass, and the north hand has a dreaded 4-3-3-3, but it's an opening bid. It's third in hand, non-vulnerable, and if you're playing a weak no trump, what do we have to open?
Well, no trump.
We've no choice.
If you're playing robots.
Well, why? Well, the robots won't open one no trump, will
No,
they?
he doubled.
He doubled what?
The one no trump.
Well, that's what does that? What is that? What's the problem with that?
A lot of points.
What's the problem with doubling one no trump? Why did you not have a rescue?
Well, I didn't know what to say.
Well, what I would say is I would redouble, telling my partner to bid 2 clubs, and then what would I do?
4 clubs.
Pass. And where does my partner play?
Thomas, why would you not just bid 2 clubs yourself?
Because 2 clubs bidding it immediately wouldn't show clubs.
Yes.
2 clubs immediately would show that I have clubs and another suit, either clubs and diamonds or clubs and hearts or clubs and spades.
Oh,
I want to have, if they double me in one no trump penalties, I want to have a way to show I have a long suit, I redouble, and I want to have a way to show that I have clubs and 2 ways to show 2 different types of hand, thereby giving me a greater chance of rescue. Now, it doesn't matter. I would still, if I didn't have that defense, I would bid 2 clubs saying I want to play in
Clubs.
But the problem with that is the strong hand is becoming the dummy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, now it doesn't matter. Clubs plays better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Clubs plays better, but clubs plays better by north than by south. Okay, what did you end up playing in? Did you leave it in one no trump doubled?
No, we played it in 2 clubs.
Okay, good. And what about everybody else?
We left it, I think.
In the one no trump doubled.
Yeah, I think so.
And how did that work out for you? Did it work out well?
I can't remember. I'd have to look it up. I can't remember.
I think you might go down one no trump doubled.
I did.
4,
Yeah.
5, 6.
Trump
I
goes
think.
down, yeah. One no trump.
I think you might go down in one no trump doubled.
1 no trump doubled -2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Was,
your problem is because
0%.
because by the time you get your clubs, can whoever has the chatting there, can I mute you there? Sorry. By the time you get in to set up your clubs, they've taken 4 spade tricks and maybe let a heart, and you haven't knocked out your diamond or your spade. One no trump just doesn't have a chance, does it?
Yeah.
Not a chance, like.
No.
So it's 2 down, at least on any sort of reasonable defense. It's 2 down, isn't it? Unless they're bonkers and they lead a heart. Now let's just for a second have a quick look and see what happens if we play in 2 clubs. And they might not double you. Well, it's looking a little bit better, isn't it? What way should 2 clubs be?
Yes.
Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Okay. So when we're doubled in one no trump, we have to have a mechanism to show the different types of hand. You have to have a rescue defense, particularly if you're playing one note trump. I mean, I once played in a team's competition, the Cone Trophy, and our teammates got doubled twice in the last match in one note trump and went for 1,700 and 1,100. Well, needless to say, we went from second in the tournament to not second in the tournament. But they didn't think they needed to have a defense to one note trump doubled. Well, we do, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Everyone happy?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's plow on. So it's likely to go pass. One diamond here, full value opener. Now, if you're playing some sort of Michael's Q bid, you might play 2 diamonds. Yeah. Showing you the majors, something like that. Yeah.
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 Something similar to that. And again, if that happens, you need to have a way. West needs to have a way to be able to show the different types of hand. So what does this bid show from West? Do you have an agreement? Well, if you're playing Michael's Q bid, you need to know what all of the bids mean in all of the situations. Is that fair enough?
Yes.
What I would probably do is simply bid my cheapest, longest major. Wouldn't work out on this hand particularly well, would it? With the bad break. But if I didn't know what that bid meant, you might want to be able to bid that bid so the bidding could go pass, pass, pass.
Yeah.
But we might be resulting a little bit. So where did you all end up? What happened?
We played in 2 diamonds because my partner used a negative double. It went 1 diamond, 1 spade, double.
Well, if you're not playing 2 suited overcalls, you're going to bid your highest of your 2-5, aren't you?
Yeah.
Now it's not unreasonable for South to make a negative double, even though they've only 6 points. They have got 5 cards. Yeah, negative double. Now that doesn't need to be alerted because it's on the first round of bidding. Now over that, I would probably be bidding 2 clubs with 6 of them. I'd want to get into the auction. And now North might end up rebidding
2 diamonds.
Pass, pass, pass.
That's right, yeah.
Did it go something like that, or what happened at other tables?
It did, yeah, except West didn't bid.
Okay, so it might go past 2 diamonds as well, yeah?
We end up in 3 diamonds.
Why? What happened? How did you end up in 3 diamonds?
No, it was very bad. It was 1 diamond, 1 spade, my east, 2 hearts.
Now that's a little bit aggressive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just discuss that for a second, right? 1 diamond, 1 spade, 2 hearts should be a minimum of 9 points and 5 hearts.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a little bit thin, and that's why you ended up a level too high, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's okay. There's no harm, no foul. That happens. Okay.
We ended up in 3 spades.
By where? East, west?
By West. 3 spades by West doubled.
3 spades by West doubled. Yeah, and how did that go?
They made it, actually.
We made a +1.
I don't think you should have made a +1, should you?
No.
Let's just put it in for a second, then we'll see.
Sorry.
We were
by East.
Yeah, I know it's by East. East bid 1 spade, didn't they? I'm just putting in the final contract.
Yeah.
Now have a look. What does it say should happen?
Only 2 spades in it.
No, there's only 1 spade in it. 3 spades doubled should be 2 down. Red 2 is -2.
Oh, yeah, okay.
-2, -2, -2, -3 if you get off to a diamond lead. Okay. So whoever was in 3 spades doubled got a gift. The defense needs to look at the way they defended because you're giving you gave declarer extra tricks. I don't know who it was. We're not naming names. It's okay. Just whoever it was needs to have a look at that. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, that happens a lot, folks. We never name names, and we never throw anybody under the bus. Okay. This is it happens again and again and again, and you need to know within your partnership. Pass. I'm an opener, 1 diamond. I've got, it fulfills the rule of 20. It fulfills the losers. I have a rebid. All my points are working. I don't have a singleton king or a singleton queen. I've jack to 3, and jack to 3 isn't even necessarily bad cards at this moment in time. So I'm going to open at a diamond. Did many of the Souths bid 1 spade?
Yes,
Yes.
we did, yeah.
It's very thin,
Mm.
right? It's really very thin in the sense of your minimum for your points, your minimum for the vulnerability. You don't have the best quality of spades, do we?
No.
I might consider a pass. All right. I
Well,
might consider a pass.
We were playing against the robots, so we were trying to push them.
Ah, you're sticking it to the robots, aren't you? You're sticking it to them.
We're trying to.
Okay, so 1 diamond, but of course it didn't do any good, did it?
No, it did not. No.
And it didn't. It got your partner off to the right lead now.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so 1 diamond, 1 spade. Now look at the difference between what a 2-heart bid is on this hand and what the last person bid 2 hearts with the South hand. It's a bit of a different hand, isn't it? It's a bit of a different beast, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the sort of hand you should have. Okay, now over that it won't matter. I think it's going to go pass, and I think the next hand is going to bid 3 clubs. It has to continue what it's bidding. Now that's not a reverse. Why isn't that a reverse? Because what did West's bid do? Forced them to go to that level. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So now you're just showing 5 diamonds, 4 clubs. Okay. And over that, I would expect it to go something like pass, 4 hearts, probably.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because you have a solid suit almost on your own. That's almost playable opposite a void.
Thomas, I went straight. I didn't say 2 hearts.
You went straight to 4 hearts, did you?
Yeah, was that reckless?
No, it wasn't reckless. But what I'd say to you is that if your partner had had a slightly stronger hand, you might have had an opportunity for slam. Is that fair enough?
Yep.
So it wasn't reckless. Go on.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, Austin, yeah.
If there's no overcall by South, so it's 1 diamond, how does the bidding go then?
Yeah, let's come back to that and we'll put that in, right? 1 diamond, pass, 1 heart. Pass, 2 clubs. Pass. Now you have to bid 4th suit forcing. Okay? Or you have to know that 3 hearts is forcing and showing 6 of them. But I mean, 3 hearts creates an awful problem for your partner, doesn't it? They don't have a fit. They don't have a stopper in the 4th suit. They don't know whether you have a fit for them or not. So I think over 3 hearts, the proper bid is likely 3 spades, saying I haven't got a bloody clue what to do, partner. Pass. And then this hand is likely going to bid
4 hearts.
Anyway. Yeah? Okay, so I think where did we end up? Did anybody end up in 3-no trump?
No, they were in 4 hearts.
Yeah, and 3-no trump in actual fact might, because everything is favorable for you. The diamond finesse is correct. Hearts break 3-3. The spades, the north hand can't get in to attack spades enough times. 3-no trump is likely going to make the same number of tricks as 4 hearts. But I still expect us to be in 4 hearts.
4 hearts, yeah.
Okay, all happy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and you get the good news, Jack. That's not likely to happen, is it? Jack small in 1 hand. 3-3. That's against the odds, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
What's the most likely way hearts are going to break when you're missing six of them?
4-2.
That's the most likely way. So if it breaks 3-3, you have to remember you've had a slice of good luck, haven't you?
Yes.
I want you to remember your slices of good luck, because we often bemoan the fact we've bad luck. Yeah. Okay. All happy?
Yeah.
The reason why I'd want you to be in 4 hearts is, by the way, hearts is a much more likely to make, even with a bad break in hearts. 3-no trump is likely to not have a chance unless the Jack of Hearts comes down. That's why I'd want to be in 4 hearts, even though I know 3-0 trump might achieve a greater score if some good things happen. Yeah?
Mm.
Okay, all happy?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, number 6. So it's going to go, East is going to pass, wondering why they're playing the cards. South is going to pass, and we're going to open the West hand with 1 spade. What's the North hand going to do?
Pass.
Absolutely. There's no reason to be bidding on the North hand at all. In fact, you should be passing as nonchalantly as you can, trying to pretend you've less points. Everyone happy with that?
Yeah.
And what will the West hand, East hand bid?
Pass.
Pass.
Yeah, I think you're most. It's not. We're not normally going to just bid with 4 points, are we?
No.
So we're going to pass 1 spade. Now it comes to South. South is now in the position where they've already passed, so they've limited their hand. Wouldn't that be fair enough?
Yeah.
East has passed, so they know they don't have very much. So now they have to choose whether to do what. Pass and allow them to play it. What happens if they pass in 1 spade? What could happen? They're going to make lots of tricks, aren't they?
Yeah.
So what score will they get if you let them play in 1 spade?
Not a great score.
Well, they're going to get 110 at a minimum, aren't they?
Yeah.
Was that fair enough, everybody?
Yeah.
Now, what could we do to counter that happening?
A sacrifice bid.
Well, we have to choose to make a bid, either double or 1-0 trump or bid a suit or something. We have to choose to make a bid, don't we?
Yeah.
Well, let's say we choose to bid 1-0 trump. Now, I'm not saying that's right. I'm just putting it out there to so we see what happens with the double dummy analysis. And we can see whether if we put our neck on the line and look oh my God, do we make it? Most likely not, do we?
No. Yeah.
How many down do we go most likely?
2 down.
No.
1 down.
1 down.
1 down. It says
50.
red 1, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Good
Well,
enough
what's
to go.
going 1 down worth to them?
50.
50.
Well, so maybe bidding in this seat isn't bonkers at all, is it? Maybe passing becomes the bad bid. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Now, again, I'm not saying I'd bid, and why might I not bid on this hand? What's the reason why I wouldn't bid on this hand?
Because you might push them into.
Well, no, I'm not likely to push them into game, right? But I'm 4-3-3-3, haven't I?
Yeah.
I've not a 10 in my hand. I've no shape and I've no 10. That's why I really think the most likely auction is 1 spade, pass, pass, pass.
Yeah.
You'd want to be seen through the backs of the cards to know that you could bid and end up getting a good board on this hand. Okay, so is that what happened?
Yeah.
How many tricks did you make and what was the lead?
We made 8 tricks at our table.
What was the lead?
3 of diamonds.
Now, you should have made more on the lead of the 3 of diamonds.
What was the
If they lead a diamond, you should play small, small queen. Okay? Now you can play a small diamond to the ace. Yeah? Now you can play a heart to the king and ruffa.
Diamond.
That produces an extra trick, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now you can play a heart to the...
Yes.
Okay.
And as it happens, rough another.
Another diamond.
Oh,
That's
so
the way
that
the robots play. That's the way the robots played it.
well, that's the way I would have played it. You know what I mean? Why not?
Yeah.
And now the only other tricks you're going to lose are 1 spade, 1 heart, and 1.
6?
You might lose another trick with an uppercut with a rough, something like that. Okay, but of course that's the way the robot played it, because if you lead a diamond, they're going to take that chance. Once they win the queen, they're going to create the void, and they don't mind if the 10 of diamonds is ruffed. By the way, if the if the diamond is 10 of spades is ruffed, what's it going to have to be over ruffed with?
Queen.
Making the ace, the king, and the jack all become winners anyway. Everyone happy?
Yeah.
Okay.
7.
Now, 7 were an opener. Again, we've got, even though we've only 11 high card points, none of them are wasted. We have the right number of losers, and we have the rule of 20, and we have a rebid. The only thing that I'd be concerned about is the quality of the suit isn't fantastic, is it? It's a bit poor, but I'm still a bidder. 1 spade. 2 clubs. Pass by the north. What's wrong with 2 hearts here?
Nothing.
There's 2 hearts at our table.
Yeah, absolutely spot on. Now, in this situation, what will I bid with the south hand?
I bid 2 spades. I don't know if
No, I don't like it now. I think you should be stronger to bid 2 spades now.
Yeah,
because what did you
disruptive with a singleton?
But it's. I don't think it should be disruptive. I think by you bidding there, if you were playing it with the robots and the robots bid 2 spades and you looked at the explanation of the 2 spades, right? I think you'd find that it wouldn't say 11 points. There would be something a little bit extra special about that hand, because what did your partner do? Passed. You might be playing solo.
Yeah.
You might be playing solo. Is that fair enough?
Yeah.
Okay. So again, I can understand why people do it, but I would urge you to be a little bit cautious in this situation. All right?
Yeah.
Okay. And also 2 spades lets them off the hook. It means they don't have to bid now, do they? They can pass now. If you bid, they don't have to bid. They're not obliged to bid. But if you don't bid, what must they do over 2 hearts? Continue to.
Yeah.
And they might not know what to do. Is that fair enough? Where did you end up in on this, all of you?
They played it in 4 hearts.
4 hearts.
-1.
2 hearts plus 2.
Well, you see, isn't that always interesting as well? The 1 in 2 makes game and the 1 in 4 doesn't. That often happens as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, let's just have a look at hearts for a second and see what it says. Just quickly, I just like to have a look at this. It's not whether. It says, by the way, 2 hearts should make 3 tricks, or it should make +1, and only if they lead a diamond, queen, or jack should you make game.
Right.
Yeah? So this is one of those hands where you have to look at it from a defensive point of view, and you have to say to yourself, where did we go wrong? If we were defending 4 hearts or 2 hearts +2, what way did we play our cards that we gave them the opportunity to make extra tricks? So that's +3, by the way. That's 2 + 3, isn't it? Yeah. So maybe it's always there. Let's just double check for a second. Maybe it's always, maybe game is always there, and the people who didn't make game have to. Yeah, it's always there, isn't it? So it's the people who are in game that didn't make it. What do they have to do? They have to look at
the queen of clubs and then cross with the spade.
Yeah, that's what you have
to do. In other words, if they cross with the spade before they play the queen of clubs,
they have to unblock the club before they do anything else. Yes.
Yeah.
And then they try to get rid of all their losers. And they should also lead a diamond to create a void to ruff a diamond. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's the way you have to make it, because you've lots of winners on this hand. All right. So if you got the game on that hand, very well done. If you made it, excellently done as well. Board 8. I'm not going to open the west hand. If I was opening the west hand, what would I open it?
Diamond.
2 diamonds. But as you know, I generally don't open weak 2s first in hand. with only one honor in my suit. I will generally make a pass with that hand. It doesn't matter, by the way. If I open 2 diamonds, what will the north hand bid? 3 clubs.
3 clubs.
Yeah. Is that fair enough?
Yeah.
So, did many people open 2 diamonds, or did it generally go pass?
Went pass.
Pass.
Yeah. So,
I open 1 diamond.
okay. So 1 diamond again. It's a little bit thin.
Yeah.
That's all we're saying. But I said that as well, that was a possibility.
Yeah.
All right. So if it goes 1 diamond, it's going to go 2 clubs. If it goes 2 diamonds, it's going to go 3 clubs. If it goes pass, it's going to go 1 club, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pass. Now this hand will respond 1 heart.
Mm.
If they didn't bid the first time, what are they likely going to do?
Yeah, they bid 2 diamonds.
Bid diamond, yeah.
And now what will the north hand bid?
3 no trumps.
Well, it's tricky, isn't it? You have 7 tricks, but there's no guarantee you can make 8. So if you bid 3 no trump, I think double dummy 3 no trump might go down on the hand. Yeah. Let's have a look and see what it says.
3 no trump plus 1 in my table.
Well, what should they lead?
Diamond.
So it shouldn't go 3 no trump plus 1. It should be 3 no trump minus. Shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because you've only 8 tricks. Can you see that? Where does your 9th trick come from, everybody?
Spades.
Why? You don't have time.
I know, yeah.
They knock out the ace of diamonds before you knock out your.
Yeah, our spade, yeah.
Now, what might happen is you might get the defense wrong. It might go small, small, king, small, and it might go small, ace, and you might play small, and now the suit is
Locked.
Locked.
But you should know, shouldn't we? What should we get rid of?
The queen.
Or what should the person have played at trick 1? When the jack wasn't played from the dummy, what should the person have played?
The queen.
No.
10. The 10.
The 10.
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter what they do now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so again, I can see why it happened, but it shouldn't have happened. Is that fair enough?
Yeah.
So 3 no trump is a good stab, by the way. What I would most likely have done is not have bid 3 no trump. I most likely would have bid 3 clubs, because that's showing the same sort of hand. And it's giving your partner, if they have a better hand, your partner can always ask you, have you got a stop, can't they? So that would be the way I would bid it. And as it happens, over 3 clubs, I'd expect it to go pass, pass, pass. Okay, all happy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Give her an A. Okay, now, how did you all bid this hand? 1 spade.
Yeah.
Pass. 2 clubs.
Yeah.
Pass.
Yes.
3 clubs. Yay or nay?
No.
Yeah.
Pass. What did you bid next?
2 no trump.
No. No, the north hand rebid 2 no trump. Is that what you're saying?
No. There's been 1 spade, pass, 2 clubs, pass, 2 spades, pass, 2 no trump, pass.
Well, that's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
You see, you got the wrong hand was playing it, wasn't it? Did anybody bid 2 clubs past 3 clubs?
Yes.
Yeah, they bid up to 5 clubs.
Okay, so that's a problem as well, bidding to 5 clubs, isn't it? Because 5 clubs shouldn't make, should it? Yeah?
Yeah.
So where do we need to end up on this hand?
3 no trumps is what we.
Played by who?
By south.
No.
No, not possible. No, that's not possible.
No. We're looking at the cards in front of us now.
3 no trumps.
I'm asking you the hypothetical question. Where do we want to be looking at all 52 cards? 3 no trump is correct.
Yeah, definitely by north.
Because you played by north. The next
Because
bid
you
is 3
need to
diamonds.
You need to protect the king of
Hearts.
Hearts.
the south hand should bid 3 diamonds, which says I've got stoppers in
Diamonds, yeah.
and I don't have stoppers in
Spades.
no.
And
We
hearts.
don't need to worry about spades. Partners bid spades. And if partner has a stopper in hearts, what can they bid?
3 no trump.
And that's better by them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So whenever minor suits have been bid, okay, have been arranged, a bit of a new suit now is looking for stoppers. It's saying where you have good stuff. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yep.
If South had the ace, king, jack of hearts, what would they bid over 3 clubs? They'd bid.
3 hearts.
If South had the ace, king of diamonds and the ace of hearts, what would they bid over 3 clubs?
3
Hearts.
No, they bid 3 no trump because they've stoppers in both of them, don't they?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And it works in a myriad of situations, by the way. Now, the bidding that I'm giving you now doesn't correspond to the hand, but I'm just going to give you another example of where it works. Exact same situation. Partner showed strength in a minor. What suits have not been bid?
Red suits.
So if I bid 3 diamonds, I've got a stopper in diamonds and I don't have a stopper in.
10 hearts.
Hearts.
If I bid 3 hearts, I've got a stopper in
Hearts.
and I don't have a stopper in.
Diamonds.
Diamonds.
And if I bid 3 no trump, I've got a stopper in.
Both.
Do you see how it works?
Yeah.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah.
It works in this situation as well. 1 club past 3 clubs. What's 3 spades?
Stopper in spades.
And no stopper in.
In hearts.
Or-
Or in diamonds.
So if South didn't have a stopper in hearts and South doesn't have a stopper in diamonds, well, there's no point in playing in 3 no trump, is there?
None whatever.
You don't have a stopper in diamonds and hearts. I don't have a stopper in diamonds and hearts. We better not play in.
3 no trump.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, all happy with that?
Yeah.
Can you see the value of that? Now, that's very simple, isn't it? So, did we end up in 3 no trump by North, anybody?
At
On
our
this-
table, they ended up in 4 spades making.
Okay. That shouldn't have happened, should it?
No, definitely not.
That's okay. So as long as we know that, we won't worry about that. Did anybody end up in 3 no trump by North? No?
No.
Okay, that doesn't. So let's just show you for a second. Now, look at the club suit. What's the right way to play the club suit? They're going to lead a heart, and you're going to win.
I'll play the king.
What's the right way to play the club suit?
Play to the king.
Play the
No.
ace first.
No,
Ace first.
it's to play the ace first.
Yes.
Because if you play the ace first, you can cope with a bad break, can't you? Yeah?
Yeah.
Does that make sense, everybody?
Yeah. Yes.
Now you can lead the 8, and if they play small, you play small, and if they play the 10, you beat it.
But doesn't it depend which side the break is?
No, if there's 4 on the other side, you can't pick it up, can you? Jack 10, small, small, is not pick-upable by West, but Jack 10, small, small, is pick-upable in East. Do you see the difference?
Mm.
Now tell me if you don't see it.
Yeah.
No, I get it, but I just don't see how playing the king for 1 round.
Oh, you won't. If you
Makes a
play
difference.
small to the king, let's show you. If you play small to the king, you can't pick it up. Small, small, queen. They're guaranteed a trick now, aren't they? Do you see the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They do the
No,
shot.
and it's the gentleman.
No, I see the difference, yeah.
So playing the ace means you can find out the bad break with which you can cope with. Playing small means you can't. That's a safety play.
Okay, so you're saying if it's 4-0 in West, you've got no chance anyway.
Exactly. If the four of them are over here, you can't catch them. Not catchable. But if they're over here, they're catchable. Do you see my point now?
Yep, got you.
So you start off, again, you're not expecting it to be 4-0. The odds of it being 4-0 are tiny, but you're playing this way just in case, because you can't cope with it being 4-0 in the West, but you can cope with it being 4-0 in the East. Isn't that lovely?
Yeah. No, that's very good.
Okay, now you can play the 8, and if they're asleep, they'll play small, and then you'll go small. But what's more likely going to happen when you play the 8 is they might split their honors. And now you've kept your good spade to be able to come back to your hand
and play from it. Yeah.
to repeat the finesse. And it's now marked, isn't it? Okay, thereby not losing a trick. Does that make sense to everybody?
Absolutely, yeah.
Very good.
Okay, so it's again preparing for the worst while hoping that the worst happens, that you can cope with it. 4-0 is the worst that can happen, but 4-0 on the other hand is actually the worst. 4-0 on your East means you can cope with it, but we have to think about it before it happens. All right, all happy?
Yes.
Okay.
And 10.
Now, number 10, it's likely to go pass, and a pass, and a pass. Now, this is a hand where we've got a good enough hand to open a club and reverse into what suit.
Cards.
Yeah. We have the values, we have the shape, we have the strength, we have the losers. So one club. I imagine the East, many people will bid over one club, did they?
The day, one diamond.
Yeah, I imagine that is what would happen. Now, then the South hand is likely going to bid,
One spade.
and the West hand is likely going to bid.
2 diamonds.
Absolutely sure. 4 of them are roughing value, 7 high card points, and we still now have enough to bid.
2 hearts.
And that's the same. That's a reverse, by the way. Okay. So over that, the next hand did what?
Pass.
I'm glad they did, because I think if they did anything else, it's a little bit pushy. Okay. Because I might not have even bid 1 diamond with this hand. All right. So pass. And now it comes to the South hand. And it's a tricky enough hand, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because they've 5 spades. So they might have a fit in spades. But what do they have, which are absolutely gold dust cards?
King, queen.
Jack, 10, Jack, queen.
King, queen of
Spades.
Of diamonds.
Of diamonds. I mean, they're almost very likely going to be stoppers, aren't they?
Yeah.
So you have a couple of choices on this hand. You might bid your spades again. You might bid no trump. What did you decide to do, or what happened?
3 no
spades.
Huh?
I bid spades, 2 spades.
Yeah, but did your partner rest in 2 spades, or did they go on?
No, I went to 4.
Yeah, and how did that work out for you?
1 down.
You're unlucky, by the way. You're unlucky that it went 1 down, because everything is breaking badly for you where it works out well and no trump. But this is another one where you might just decide, as somebody said, 3 no trump.
3 no trumps. Yeah.
Now, did that work out for you?
+1.
Yeah, because they can't stop you almost getting to your hand. The king, queen of diamonds is a kicker, isn't it? And if you get to your hand, you have the ability to make all of the tricks in clubs, don't you?
Yeah.
Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
So if you ended up in 3 no trump, I'd say you got a good board, did you?
Yeah, 3 no trump.
Yeah, +1.
But what percentage?
100%.
100%.
You can't get better than that, can you?
No.
Okay, so again, I can see why we ended up in spades. And I'm not saying that 3 no trump is the right bid, by the way. That's not what I'm saying to you. I can see why if you bid 2 spades, your partner would bid 4 spades. I'd bid 4 spades myself. Okay, let's have just a little look for a second and see the double dummy analysis. It says it can't make, doesn't it, generally? No matter what they lead or what they do, what does it say should happen almost all the time?
1 down.
So you can't beat yourself up with the way you played it. Is that fair enough?
Yeah. Okay.
Looking for a positive here, lads. Looking for a positive. All right, all happy?
Yeah.
Any questions? No? Okay. Now, number 11. So I'm not an opener. I am an opener of this 12 points. Pass. And now we're simply going to bid.
We know Trump.
Pass, pass, and pass. And if I was on lead, that'd be the card I'd lead from that hole. Yeah. And I'd expect to go something like Jack, King, small, return a spade. And now they've got to play the hand themselves, haven't they? If they misguess hearts, they might not make this contract. Let's have a look. So it says, if you play hearts now, what do you have to play to make this contract? Clubs or what?
Diamond.
It says if you play hearts, you might not make
Hearts.
this contract. Yeah.
No.
Diamonds, then, I suppose.
Mhm.
I don't know why though. Let's have a look at it. It's saying we can't make it now, isn't it, for some reason? Don't know why, but we'll have a look. Play it out and see what it says. Yeah, because you're setting up winners for them before you've set up winners. How many people made 3-0 trump?
-1.
It went down, I think, all the time.
Yep.
Yeah,
Went
yeah.
over.
That's what I'm saying to you. It looks likely that it will go down because, to me, even though it says here, look, it says it's always going to be made, right? This is why you have to go through the play to see what happens. In actual fact, for you to make the contract, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it, but it's obviously quite deep. You have to play what suit? Clubs, don't you? That doesn't seem normal, does it? It actually doesn't seem normal to do that, to my mind, by the way. But that's why I'm saying to you, I think most likely 3-0 trump is going to go down by everybody on this end. All right, all happy?
Yeah.
Okay, so the double dummy analysis just puts you in the right direction. You have to sometimes click through the cards right the way through. This is an interesting one. Where do we end up in on this? Wherever we ended up, it's going to end up.
Four spades. Four spades.
Yeah.
4 hearts.
4 hearts.
And how did you get on in 4 hearts?
I think they made 4 hearts. Oh, no, they went down actually. 4 hearts -1 there.
We made 3 hearts +1.
Somebody made 4 hearts and they were made, and then.
Well, you can make 4 hearts, by the way, I think. I think you can make 4 hearts because the finesse is right, isn't it? The club finesse is right, yeah?
Yeah.
So the club finesse right means you should make this contract, I think. They can't attack diamonds. So I imagine the bidding to go something like this. 1 spade, pass, 2 hearts,
Yes.
pass. Now, again, we're back to the same story. What should we rebid?
2 spades.
Yeah. Now, pass. It's really hard, really tough for the East Hand, by the way. What did you do? I hate it, by the way. I'm not happy. I don't know what to bid with this hand.
He said 3 hearts.
Yeah, it's tricky, isn't it? 3 hearts will get a 4 hearts from your partner, won't it?
Yes.
Works for you. But I mean, I don't know what's right on this hand. I really don't. It's horrible, like. And it's one of those situations where me seeing all 52 cards doesn't help me because I can't put myself in the position. I think that's a reasonable auction. Okay. But I think you should lose 2 hearts and you should lose a diamond. Okay, all happy?
Mhm.
Yeah. Diamond, yeah.
So, north hand is going to pass. East hand is going to do the decent thing and open with the diamond.
Yeah.
It is a 15 point, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, 7 and yeah, right. 7 and 5 is 12 and 3 is 15. One diamond. Now again, if you're playing weak jump over calls, what would you like to be able to bid if you could?
3, yeah.
Because that robs them of all potentially of the ability to show what they have. Is that fair enough?
Mhm.
Now, did anybody bid 2 clubs?
Yes, that's our table.
You see,
Am I
yeah, but 6 points doesn't do it for me, you see. I prefer that to be stronger in points. And the less points I have, the more I'll rob them of space. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Because over 2 clubs, then West Hand has an easy,
Easy bid here.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not as easy over 3 clubs, is it? It's not as comfortable. I'm not saying they won't make the bid, but it's not as comfortable, is it?
Mm.
Does 3 clubs say that there is 6 clubs?
3 clubs says, yeah, 6 or 7 clubs,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And it shows 6 to 10 points.
Mm.
Weak jump over call, I call it, yeah. And it works well with Michael's Q bids if you're playing Michael's Q bidding, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're playing Guestum, you can't bid 3 clubs to show clubs, it shows something else. But it works, and particularly over a diamond. A diamond is the best time to bid 3 clubs because that might stop them from potentially finding the value of their hand. Is that fair?
How many points does West need to bid that 3 hearts?
I think they'd have to do it with this hand, by the way.
But how many would you roughly say that
That
they
hand, about 10, like.
They have to have 10.
Oh, yeah, and a 10 with a 6-card suit, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think it matters. Why? Because what do I think should happen if the north hand, if the west hand passes and north passes? What should the east hand bid?
Heart.
Shortness in
A double.
Yeah.
clubs.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah,
this hand
double,
can
yeah,
bid.
double. Yes, of course, yeah.
Do you see that? So I don't
Yeah.
think it matters on the hand. All right.
Yeah.
Now, did anybody make game on this hand?
Yeah.
We did.
Yes, full
Yeah,
hearts.
yeah. But I think you should only make 10 tricks, shouldn't you? You
Yeah,
should lose
that's
1
all.
diamond, 1 club, because they're going to lead a club now, aren't they?
No.
1 diamond, 1 club, and 1 heart. Isn't that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, all happy?
Yes.
You set up a winning diamond to discard a losing spade. Yeah?
Mhm.
Okay, very good, very good. By the way, even if they let a diamond, wouldn't matter. You still have to lose a spade in the end game. You're just swapping a trick. Okay, the anti-penultimate board. So it's a pass by the east. And we have a 6 and a 4 and a 10 and a 15. So it's probably a club by the south.
Yeah.
Pass by the west. And now we have to decide what to do with the north hand.
One
tricky.
spade or 2 clubs.
Well, if you're playing, you can't bid 2 clubs if that shows 6 to 9.
Oh, yes.
You can't bid 3 clubs if that shows 10 to 12. You have a problem hand, folks. Why have you a problem hand?
Because you've only your 4-card suited clubs. You have no other.
And you have no other 4-card suit.
You have the points.
But you've no way to make a bid to force, have you? And what could you bid with the north hand if you wanted to bid? 3.
Trump.
Yeah, and do you want to know what that's called? The ignorant 3-no trump. Because it doesn't tell your partner anything, does it? It uses up space. By the way, I wouldn't bid it on this hand because I don't want to be declarer. It doesn't look like I want the lead coming through my partner's hand because of all my cards I've got. Well, I tell you what I would bid on this hand. 1 diamond. I just changed the suit into a minor. Because if my partner has a no trump hand, what are they going to do?
Bid no trump.
And then what am I going to do?
Go 3 no trump.
And now the best hand gets to be.
Yeah.
I didn't say the best player. I said the best hand.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't that right?
Yeah.
But I'm not about the best player because it's a partnership game. I look upon it like this. And again, if somebody said to me, you don't have 4 diamonds, I wouldn't care. 1 club, 1 diamond does not necessarily have to promise 4 diamonds. And it doesn't have to be alerted. It's called bridge. Yeah.
Mm.
You can bid a 3-card minor suit at any stage in the auction to get your partner to bid again. Yeah, minors, 3-card minors do not need to be alerted. Okay. So again, it's a makey uppy bid, isn't it?
Does it have to be at the 1 level or can it be?
Well, no, you could even do it at the 2 level. You can even bid if your partner opens a major, right? You can even bid a 3-card minor at the 2 levels sometimes. Yes. Just to create a force when you don't know what to do, because your partner's never going to strive to play in what contract?
Clubs.
The minor, are they?
No.
So that's the principle behind it. Now, it's only if your continuation is going to be no trump. I wouldn't do it if I had a major. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, if I had a 4-card major, I wouldn't go, well, I'll make up a bid to put them off. I'd bid my 4-card major. It's only because I don't have another sensible bid and I don't want to make what bid?
No trump.
Yeah, does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
All happy?
Why not just say 2 clubs to show that you haven't
2
gone
clubs
to...
shows 6 to 9, does it?
Oh,
not?
yes, you can. Sorry, yeah.
If you say 3 club, what I
That
did
shows 10 to 12, does it not?
Yeah, but I just thought I didn't know what to say, and I
Well,
just,
okay, so but that's fine. You downgraded. You said to yourself, well, I have a 4-3-3-3. I've no 10s. I've only aces. I'm going to pretend that jack isn't there, and I've only 12 points. That's fine. But you all had to make up a bid, didn't you?
yeah.
I made up a bid, 1 diamond. You made up a bid, 3 clubs. Somebody else was making up another. Do you know what I mean? There was no perfect bid we had on with the system we play. Isn't that the point I'm trying to make to you?
Yeah.
Okay, happy?
Yeah.
But you all ended up in 3 no trump anyway, didn't you?
Yes.
And you ended up making 2 heart tricks, 4 club tricks is 6, a spade trick is 7, and 2 diamonds is 9.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Very good, very good. Yeah. All happy?
Yes.
That pleases me. That pleases me. Okay, so the south hand, nice points, 18 high card points, nice shape as well, all the points, nothing really going bad with this hand, is there? So we're going to open this hand, 1 heart, pass by this hand, and this north hand is going to bid the lower of their 4-card suits. Pass. And now we're going to rebid our range to show the number of points we have. So what's your no trump structure?
3 no trump.
Showing 17, 18, or
18 to 19 for us.
Showing 18 to 19 points. Okay, perfect. Now the north hand has a many. How many has the north hand?
19.
What can the north hand bid?
7 no trump.
Yeah. You have to have a chance, lads.
I know. I bid 6, but I was kicking myself that I didn't bid 7.
Yeah. It's one of those ones where if you know you've 37 points between you, you can just bid 7 no trump and say to yourself, you must have a chance, mustn't you? And in fact, you've winners on winners, don't you?
Yeah, you're throwing away winners, actually.
You have 5 heart tricks. You've 2 spades is 7, 3 clubs is 10, and 4 diamonds is 14. You have 14 winners, haven't you?
Yeah.
Now, did anybody end up in 7 no trump?
1 person did, yeah.
Very well done, them. They get their good score that they deserve. Right, well done, because that's good bidding. And if they bid it this way or some sort of way, you don't even need to ask for aces and kings if you know you have 37 points between you. the odds are you're going to have a chance to be making this contract, particularly if you're playing something like 5-card majors.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was watching while you were playing bridge, the Swiss teams, you know, Dermot Redden's Swiss teams is on a Tuesday night. And I'm lucky enough that they sometimes give me kibitzing privileges. Yeah, because they know I won't ring people up and tell them what they have. So I was watching a couple of very good players, and there was one hand where they literally had 33 points between them, and they just bid 6-0 trump. You know what I mean? And it's just the right thing to do over your lifetime of playing bridge. With 33, we just bid 6. With 37, we just bid
7.
Yeah. Now, if you'd a fit in a minor or a fit somewhere, well, then you'd look for that, wouldn't you? Okay. All happy?
Yeah.
That was a very good board. The heart must have been pulsing when you were bidding that board coming to the end. Get the spirits raised. Yeah. Okay. Number 16. We have to do that. Sometimes we're afraid to do it, but we just have to do it sometimes. Okay. Now, where did we end up in on this one?
4 spades.
By north-south.
Yeah.
And you weren't doubled.
Diamonds. West.
Weren't doubles, no.
And who said something about diamonds by west? How many diamonds?
3 diamonds.
How did that go for you?
Well,
how many did you make?
6 diamonds.
Yeah, I made 3. I made 9 tricks.
You made 9 tricks.
3 diamonds plus 3.
Well, that's 12 tricks, isn't it? That's making 12 tricks. There's a big difference.
Maybe. Yes, sorry.
Okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it now.
Yeah, no, I made 3 extra tricks. Sorry.
Okay, so I don't think you should. I think make 5 diamonds. Yeah. But I don't think you should make an extra one. I think you should lose a club and a heart. Would that be fair enough?
Yeah.
But I think that's all you should lose is a club and a heart. So par on this board should be some number of diamonds, shouldn't it? So the people who were in 4 spades, how many did you make in 4 spades?
Down 2.
That wasn't a bad score for you, was it?
No, it's 100%.
Do you know what I mean? So there's one. Now, what would 300 points have been if they doubled you?
0.
For you?
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have been if the opponents had made 5 diamonds, would it? Do you see the point? If the people bid to par, then 4 spades, even if you're doubled in 4 spades, is a good score, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because 5 diamonds, it says, look, 5 diamonds should always
make.
No matter what card you lead, no matter what card they play, 5 diamonds should always.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Okay. All happy?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions? No? Yeah.
I don't understand the double dummy thing.
The double dummy is the computer saying this is what can be made based on the cards, right? So let me just pause for 1 second.